And let's begin. Close your eyes. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. If it doesn't feel good to close your eyes, pick a spot, not me, but pick a spot somewhere in your room that you can gaze at for a long period of time that will help you get centered and calm. And as you inhale, instead of thinking that an inhale is up, like sometimes we inhale and we breathe in the chest and we go up, I want you to imagine that as you inhale, the breath travels down, down, deep into the belly. You can even imagine that the breath travels down into the toes. Take 2 more breaths like that, imagining the breath, pulling the breath down. I hope that was good for you. I hope you're feeling good. So let's get grounded into what we really need and want. You can put a little something in the chat if that's available, if there's something you want to pray on or think about or consider or work on. It doesn't have to be a full story. It can even just be a word like I feel anxious or I feel worried. And I have a deep concern, actually, because I'm afraid for all the things that are happening in the world. I am afraid of the president of the United States, to be honest with you. I think he is about to make a very violent decision. And he's always a little bit unpredictable. And sometimes the things that he does and says are like fantastical. And you're just like, he can't really be serious. Like, how did this guy get voted in? I don't know how you feel about it, but that's how I feel about it. And when I am saying that I'm deeply concerned, I honestly feel that we're about to go to war. And we've been in war. I mean, we're at war right now. So many people are dying everywhere. We're at war even in our own country. Like things are happening that are extreme and violent. And it could be hard to relate to. We live inside of our privilege, we live inside of our bubble, and it could be a little bit hard to relate to like what's happening out there. And it's very, very easy to be disconnected because that's how our lives are. Our lives are busy and very privileged. Like we go to work and we do things and we go on vacation and we have things and the internet is full of entertainment and sometimes we can't see what's happening to other people, but there's a lot going on. And I think that what is happening in Gaza, the fact that we're in this eclipse season, I have been following the global flotilla, La Flotilla, and my prayers have been with them for a really long time. And I think that this effort, this like larger effort to break the siege on Gaza, to bring aid to people who are in need, it's not just about bringing aid to people in need because we know that everything they need is a couple of miles away. This is not like a famine. This is a man-made atrocity. And so the flotillas that are going are making noise about an issue that some of us are not paying attention to and not recognizing as a big deal when it really is a big deal. Like Palestine is you, Palestine is me. And when we watch other people suffer and do nothing about it, we are complicit in their suffering. And it feels like we can't do anything about it. Like the government is more powerful than us. The leaders of the world are bigger than us. But the truth is they rely on us for everything. And our voices do matter. And so I'd like to just close my eyes again for another moment and send that breath to the people who are brave and daring enough to say, hey, stop this, stop fighting, stop killing people, stop harming one another. Everybody, please wake up. This is not the way we resolve issues. And if it's too difficult to imagine this on a global scale, imagine it within your own family or friendship or workspaces. Stop it. Stop fighting. Stop harming one another. Stop throwing uh, weapons and destruction back and forth at one another. This is not the way to resolve issues. This is not who we have evolved to become. This can't be our destiny. Mm. We are far more intelligent, far more compassionate, far more creative than to continue being violent and destructive in this way. And I'm sending a prayer out to the leaders of the world that something jolt them, that a miracle jolt them into changing their minds, into changing their positions, into understanding that every single one of us deserves our life and our freedom. Help us to understand why. I have something in the oven. I have something in the oven. I'll be right back. Oof. Maybe sometimes I like to think that these things are signs. So maybe it was a sign that the oven timer went off. And we need to be jolted. The leaders of the world need to be jolted into, they need to be hip checked. They need to be stopped, intervened. We need divine intervention. And this is my prayer. My prayer today is for that divine intervention to come, to really shock those who are about to make a terrible decision, to shock them into a right mind, a right mindset. And for each and every one of us who is battling or resisting speaking up, saying something, changing their opinion or their feeling, to realize that freedom for everyone means freedom for everyone. If you really believe in your freedoms, then you have to stand in a position, your own spiritual position. Let's say you do nothing in terms of action, but you put your heart and your soul and your spirit on the right side of what's happening, that your prayer go out to people who are fighting for their lives, that your prayer go out, that every child, every person in the world that is being forced into poverty, that is being displaced, that is having their land and their dignity stolen from them, that we pray for their strength, for their defense, that we have a willingness and an open heart to see that that is wrong and to begin to buzz about it, that you vibrate and buzz with this intention to never allow that to happen to you, that you never allow yourself to do that to others, and that your attitude about this kind of behavior shift and change in a very big way. I feel like this is a fight between good and evil. And we have to know. We have to know when to say enough. And we can go back and forth. I mean, like if we look at the history of religious wars and we look at what has happened in these parts of the world, we can go back and forth. Yeah, but you did this. Yeah, but you did this. Yeah, but you did that. You could look at your family history and go, yeah, well, she was like this. Yeah, well, he was like that. Yeah, well, they were like this. And you go back and forth in a volley that never ends. It just keeps you in the cycle of fighting and fighting and fighting. And may those parts of us be disrupted, disturbed, interrupted, and that a jolt of clarity hit us, that we are the ones who need to change. I need to change. Okay, let's tap a little. I'm really worried about the world. I saw a post from the president, a friend sent it to me, that said, "We want the hostages released now. We have spoken with Israel and Israel agrees to the terms. Now Hamas has to agree to the terms. Otherwise, like, this is your last warning." And I mean it. And that to me is very scary because uh, I feel like it means one of two things. It means that Palestinians need to leave ASAP. ASAP. They need to get out of the areas that Israel is claiming as their own because they are going to show no mercy. And that time is upon us where they are about to show absolute zero mercy. And so yeah, those are the choices. It's like leave or be blown up. And that's what I'm feeling in my heart is about to happen. And this is terrible for the innocent people that are there. And it's terrible that we would go to great lengths like this for land. I believe that this has less to do with hostages and more to do with stealing land from people and displacing people. And I think that if the hostages mattered as much as they are saying they mattered, they wouldn't be so willing to blow everything up because that would mean blowing up the hostages. And this is so unsettling for me because it's a world war. It's another world war that kills us, kills our spirit, kills our economy, kills our morality. It kills our compassion. It kills Mother Earth. And I just don't want to be in a world that is so destructive anymore. Let's take a deep breath. I don't want to be in a world that is destructive and violent. And how do I become a force for good when everything around me is chaos? I pray that my spirit stay attuned to love so that I may always be a force for good. That even when things are falling apart, even when the world is super destructive, I don't destroy myself. I don't destroy my family. I don't join a team of destruction, but that it helps me align to the activists, to the artists who are defending all of life, Palestinian life, African life, American lives, the life of animals and birds and marine life and the planet, our spiritual lives, that we not forget that God is real and that God is good and that there is a benevolent current running through all of us. And may that force grow and expand more than the greed, more than the power, more than the willingness to ruin. And if it's true that changing myself changes the world, if it's true that I can shift reality by healing my life, I am renewed in this practice because I believe in the love that is in my heart. I believe in other people. I believe that the more we open our eyes and that we change our minds, that has a trickle and a ripple effect. And I am calling on that ripple effect to now become a wave, and that love be a movement like never before. And that we not let the worst thing happen for it to wake us up, but that now, when you see the child about to have a tantrum, you address the issue before it happens. And we need to be addressing this issue before the worst happens. And so much bad has already happened, but it is not the worst. And we cannot let the worst happen. We cannot let the worst live in us. And I clear away these ideas of the worst, and I hold on to a vision of the best outcome possible. The best outcome possible. The best outcome possible is that every life in Gaza that remains is saved. That the whole world unite to rebuild what we have broken. That we see the error in our ways and we change. I believe in community. I believe in collective liberation. I believe in collective power to change the world, to change the trajectory of these wars. I believe in donating to causes like the flotilla. I believe in amplifying the voices of activists who are telling us, who are warning us, and who are really giving us really clear instructions on how to make this world a better place, and that we all begin to listen. I believe in us as people, especially spiritual people. I love and respect myself. I love and respect the process of growth, the process of evolving this mindset. I am willing to forgive so that we can forget and rebuild. That's hard. That's so controversial. Even for me, it doesn't feel honest. I am willing to forgive. I am willing to forgive myself for not becoming active sooner, for not doing small things that have a big impact sooner. I love and respect myself. I love and respect every suffering person in the world right now. I love and respect the people of Gaza. I love and respect the people of Sudan. I love and respect the victims of war. And I pray for their forgiveness. I accept responsibility for everything that is happening. And I will no longer ignore my power to change things, to make the world a better place. Thanks, everybody. I hope that this serves you, gives you some inner strength.